Welcome to our product sensory evaluation presentation. The product that we chose to evaluate was cottage cheese. We are group one. My name is Avery Alaudy, and I'm working with Christina Allen and Fanae Pope. So this is our sensory analysis tool that we used. We decided to evaluate 5 main factors. So the first one is appearance. So what the color is it uniform? How is it visually appealing to the customer? The second one is texture. So is it chewy? Is it creamy? Just the overall mouthfeel of the product. The third one is the smell. The fourth one would be the aftertaste. So does it leave any sort of odd flavor after you swallow it? Is it sour? Is it bitter? Those kinds of things. And the fifth one is the overall acceptability. So how is the product overall? And how is the interest? So for our rating scale, we decided to do a 1 through 5 rating. So 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. 5 would be like very much, 4 is like slightly, 3 is neither like or dislike, 2 is dislike slightly, and 1 is dislike very much. And as you can see on this slide, to the left, we have our sensory analysis evaluation tool that we actually used. So we handed this paper out at the beginning of the evaluation to each of the participants. This just helped them stay on track and understand what the instructions are. And as you can see, we have our chart, and to the left, you can see the factors to evaluate. And then we have product A, product B, and product C to help prevent bias when evaluating the products.
Okay, I'm Fanae Pope, and I'm going to go over our setup and the way that we administered the samples. So we did a blind analysis. What we did, we gave each brand a value of A, B, C. And for this particular example, we had A as the great value. We used the Daisy brand for B, and then our Good Culture brand was our C. And here you can see one of our participants that is doing the sample. We allowed them to go one by one and just taste each sample, give their remarks on the evaluation tool. And then we collected each form and we rated them based on what our participants said about each brand.
So after the total 10 participants finished their evaluation and gave them to us, we combined all of their scores and got an average for each of the sensory characteristics. As you could see, and as was mentioned before, appearance, texture, smell, aftertaste, and overall acceptability were all looked at. And Great Value, which is Walmart's brand of cottage cheese, actually dominated in every characteristic except for the smell. There were some additional comments on the forms. One was looks kind of liquidy, one was wateriness impacted acceptability. Both of those were actually referring to the Daisy brand. So you can see on the right, we have the same as the left, except more of a visual to show you how Great Value really dominated in every characteristic. There could have been some evaluator biases, right? So some of our evaluators just like cottage cheese. Before they even started this, they were willing to participate, but they had a negative view of cottage cheese. So that could definitely affect how they graded all of the characteristics. Some of our evaluators love cottage cheese, and they felt that they recognized some of these products and probably had a bias towards the ones that they're used to eating. Also, the appearance. So, if they looked at these cottage cheeses, they weren't familiar with them, and they found them to be very unappealing, they're not even going to give the taste a chance. It's kind of going to affect what they think of when they taste the product. Other than the evaluators and how they felt about the product, we had to look at some additional factors when deciding which project or product to purchase. One of them was comparing the price points. We did purchase all of the products at Walmart, but the Great Value Walmart brand was significantly cheaper than the other two. Nutrition. All products were basically the same. I was a little surprised because I had assumed that Good Culture was going to be higher in protein due to its advertising. However, all of the fat and protein was within 1 to 2 grams of each other. So nothing was more significant than the other. We also looked at packaging. Great Value packaging wasn't as maybe nice or appealing as the other two. However, we're using this in the cafeteria of a hospital. We're also going to be serving it to patients. Nobody's going to actually see this packaging that we are using of the product. They're just going to see the cottage cheese itself. So in conclusion, looking at the factors, the tasting evaluation, the pricing, and the ease of purchase, which, as I mentioned, they were all purchased from Walmart, which is located all around the US and very easy to come by. We felt the clear winner, and our final recommendation is the Walmart's brand Great Value. And as we had mentioned, you can see to the left is our product information form. The pricing really is significantly lower compared to the other two. We were shocked. Honestly, we thought that Good Culture would really pull through. It is supposed to be higher in protein and is a little more well known, and no one thinks that necessarily a Walmart brand is going to be better. But again, we found for all the evaluations, the factors that we looked at, that Walmart's brand is definitely the one to go with. Thank you.